speechless, no words. First and third. Lights, camera, action like verbs. Heels hurt, I got. I ain't even hungry, but I ate that. I keep on winning. And they hate that. I ain't even hungry, but I ate that.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL. Absolutely rocking Caesars Superdome in downtown New Orleans. Coming up. Two spots in the NFC title game awaits the winner here as we're underway in the divisional round of the NFL playoffs. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. And right away, he lost.
But a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. Second and short now following the fumble. Off the play fake. Kendrick. His throw incomplete. This defense for the Cowboys.
The ball game, their ability to force turnovers, 3 of them in fact. Being able to take the ball away, give it back to their offense, that's something that's emphasized each and every week, and they carried it out.
An early test for this defense. Here we go on 3rd and inches. They'll run it for the first time with Alvin Kamara. And I don't think Kamara got there. Looks like they stopped him short. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th. They're going to try and throw. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first.
I know they got the first down, but Brandon, I still don't like the call going for it there. Yeah, they got it, but I would have punted the ball there, played some field position. I mean, it's okay to end drives and kicks, right? You know, we've heard that from different guys before. Remember, a kick's either a punt, right, field goal, or a point after touchdown. It's okay to end it in a kick.
Throwing on first down. Kendrick. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. Well, we know he's got the speed there. He needed the speed and the hands. A great catch.
And because of that speed, you have to respect it as a defender. So you have to either play off or make sure you're somehow in contact with him. And he's able to do exactly what you said. Use the speed to his advantage and go up and get the football. That's a big-time play right there.
Back to the ground. It's Kamara. Working his way for a gain of 7 to the 26.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. They'll run out of the gun with Kamara. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all the stuff and establish things. And it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. The safety, Keanu Neal, there to make the tackle.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That was a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. All that gets him is just a yard, and now it's 3rd down. Back to throw. Kendrick. That's complete to Troutman, right side. And the Saints are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
And in a lot of ways, that catch is expected. Red zone presence, and that one was realized there. You've got to find your tight end in that situation.
And perhaps now close to the first points of this divisional round game as it's 1st and goal. Kamara. And he takes it. Alvin Kamara, a 3-yard touchdown run. And the Saints are on the board first here in this division round matchup. Will Lutz on for the point after. And it's good as the Saints have a 7-0 lead. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Now the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
A good run got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. Out of the gun, it's Elliott. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
That's pretty much meat and potatoes right there, wasn't it? Just go right at them and let your big horse charge up the middle. Not too fancy there, was it?
Nothing fancy at all, challenging that defense. And on that go-around, the offense won the challenge. So after a good run by Zeke, another 1st and 10. And now here's a carry heading left. And he'll take this one across the 45 up to about the 46-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
They'll try to throw now. Prescott. Over the middle, hauled in by Lamb. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 39.
Barney sold the go route really well. Thought he was going deep, then curled it back inside for a nice completion.
DBs love when they pump the brakes, don't they?
Yeah, that's really a whole lot of fun. It's almost like you said, listen, if you're going to sell the go, just go, and let's see who's faster.
And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. Second down.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front. Because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
2nd and 8. They stay on the ground, but this time it's Elliott. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25.
And the Cowboy first down.
After 1-7-0 on EA Sports.
Saints 7, Cowboys nothing.
Play action now. Prescott. Oh, he put it on the carpet, a fumble. And this is good. The fumble on first down. Now here's second down. A give to Elliott running left. And able to get about 3 as he's taken down right at the 20.
Vision is so important for the man in the middle because his ability to look through all the clutter that's happening in front of him, diagnose a play, and then go make it and finish it, that's when the great ones know that they have the goods.
And on 3rd and 5, this will be the 8th play of the drive. Looking to throw. Prescott. He'll get this to Elliott. And he will have a Cowboys first down by about a yard as they find a way to convert there on 3rd down and 5.
Plenty of things to talk about here, partner, but to me, their defense gave up a touchdown on the first drive. How about how they're responding, coming back? That's a big 3rd down pickup to keep their drive alive.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Marcus Davenport there to take him down. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, quick, quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
48 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries. 1st and goal, and a chance to get that initial touchdown right back. Elliott. And this will result in him losing yardage. Back to the 3. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, I know defensive coordinator is going to be pretty excited about what he just saw there. Great knockback by their front. And now with the ball where it is, I would expect to see the offense throw the ball on 2nd and 3rd down here.
They'll try to run it in with Elliott. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down.
And now 3rd and goal coming up, the loss on 2nd down. That just means this crowd's going to get even louder, and they'll get a little bit of extra help from the defenders as they exhort them to join them in the effort.
Here's Elliott. And he'll get it down close to the goal line, but not quite in. The offense is staying out there. Here we go on 4th and goal from the 1. Throwing, Prescott. And they're going to try the screen. It's complete. A great open field tackle that's going to stop him shy of the goal line. Ezekiel Elliott unable to punch it in. And the Saints able to come up with a goal line stand. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. They'll be looking to duplicate the efforts of drive number 1 that resulted in 7 points in this 7-zip lead.
Well, you know how much I enjoy horse racing, right? Looks like they caught a flyer out of the gate, as they would say when you run into big time.
Oh, and he's not going to make it out of the end zone. The push too strong, and that'll be a safety. And you know, the man who sat in my chair the last few years, he has a theory. These plays, these safeties, they're so rare. Maybe they should be worth more than 2, maybe 4 points.
I think he's got a great point. I really do, Brandon. But I would go ahead and up it to 6. I'm a former defender. Oh. To me, that's like scoring a touchdown.
Easy now. I'll go 4. I don't know about 6.
Come on. Come up to 6.
A lot of points. So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10, just shy of the 30. He'll hand it off to Elliott to begin the drive. He'll be dropped at the 30. The first broken tackle couldn't bust him free. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. From the shotgun, a give to Elliott. And flags come in as he gets forward for about 3 yards. Now let's check on the call. So he was holding from that left tackle position.
Everyone tries to keep their hands inside when they're blocking ever since they liberalized the rules where you can extend them out. But sometimes they get out a little wide and they get detected grabbing some cloth.
They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. Prescott from the gun. Man open, that's complete to Dalton Schultz. They get 16 out of that one, but they'll still need to convert on 3rd.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. That's really good for the game of football. You get better athleticism, great hit.
And he's taken down here by the Saints. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sand. Second quarter action, 2 minutes to go on divisional round weekend. So on 4th down, on is the punter, Pat O'Donnell, to kick it away. Deontay Harris deep for New Orleans. Taken from just outside the 30. That punt returned 69 yards. And the Saints are able to strike quickly for 6.
When you get a guy that fast back there to receive punts, that's a nightmare for the guy game planning, the special teams coach. But it's also a nightmare for the punter. Sometimes they get so nervous that they mishit the ball and kick it right to him.
Lutz with the extra point, and it gives his guys a 12-point advantage. So after surrendering the punt return for a score, let's see what they can do in turn on this kickoff. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. So the safety, obviously a big play, but now the offense, maybe they feel pressure to score with the defense doing something like that.
And it's good pressure because they put them in a nice spot now, having scored the points on defense, turn the ball back over to them. You're right, there's pressure pressure to score, but they feel good about their chances.
That's good. They like that pressure.
Elliott going to get it again on second down.
And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. Give him 3 yards on the run there. That still leaves him with a difficult 3rd and 8 coming up. Now Prescott. And that is incomplete.
I like what they did there because many of the deep throws we see in the course of a game come to the outside, the perimeter of the field. In this case, they used a slot receiver to run deep downfield and tried to connect that way. Unsuccessful in that attempt, but I like what they were doing.
It's a 42-yard punt, but 8 on the return. And the Saints will take over with a 1st down and 10. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And with good starting field position and 3 timeouts as well in their pocket, no reason not to try and put a late scoring drive together. They go play action here on 1st down.
Open man is the tight end, Troutman.
And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
38-yard line, 2nd and 9. Off play action. Kendrick. He's got his man on the crossing route. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the 1st half. So the big play has them all the way down to the 30 now for 1st and 10. Off the play fake. Kendrick. Throw left side complete. That's Johnson. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10.
They'll run with a backup. This is Williams. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. And with just 4 seconds left in this 1st half, a timeout call. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. And now a timeout defensively after that 1st down play. So they're going to make this offense sweat out half number 1. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. From the left half, should be a fairly easy one here. And Lutz puts this one through.
So a long drive gets them down inside the 5, but ultimately they settle for just the field goal.
And I have to think that if maybe they were a yard closer, that would have made their decision tougher, and I think they likely would have gone for it. But in this situation, they just decided to take the 3, and I think it was a smart move.
So still time for the kickoff here. 1 second to go in the half as this one is away.
Very short kick. This will be taken by one of the up men. So we've come upon halftime here in this NFC Divisional Round matchup. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report.
Both these teams, no doubt, making their final adjustments as we speak. Which of these two teams is going to advance to the NFC title game next Sunday? To find out, let's get you back to Brandon Gaud.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. A trip to the NFC title game hanging in the balance. Second half action back underway. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense.
And, Charles, that had to be an interesting locker room at halftime. This is a team that's had so much success this year. Haven't really had to deal with a lot of adversity at halftime, to be honest, but now here they are with their playoff lives on the line.
And I think when you're alluding to that interesting locker room, you're just wondering, how are they handling that bit of adversity that they're seeing right now? Because I think this is a team that has to look to lean on the veterans at this point. We know we're better than this. We've proved it all season. Let them disseminate that confidence through the locker room. But this opening drive, it'll be an important one for them to give them a little jolt of confidence moving forward.
And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
So, Charles, you talk about this head coach and his future with this franchise. Look, it's been a frustrating year, and I think we saw some of that frustration boil over at his weekly press conference earlier in the week.
Yeah, he's trying to say all the right things, isn't he? But he's heard the rumors. He knows what's going on out there. And right now, he is tired of having to answer the question, are you on the hot seat in every meeting with reporters? This week, he kind of said, I've had enough. And I don't blame him. He looks like a guy that may very well be out the door.
And with the play clock reading 4, we're going to get a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. Dak and the offense still out there. They are going to go for it. 4th down, Prescott. He finds his target. It's Schultz. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36.
Well, it all came together on that one, didn't it?
Big time throw on 4th.
Now that had to feel good, didn't it? Taking that type of a gamble there and making it pay off. What a throw.
And tough as a receiver because no matter how perfect the pass, you know it's 4th down and you got to convert.
A little bit of extra pressure, but he overcame it.
They play fake to Elliott. Now Prescott. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down.
You know, if following up on this head coach and the pressure that he is under, CD, I want to switch it to you because you've been on winning teams, but I know you've been in similar situations too where things just are not going well. How do you approach that as a player?
It's a tough approach, Brandon, because you actually have to do the opposite of what you would think. You know, in your mind, you're thinking, I redouble my efforts, I go harder. In a sense, you have to back off a little bit. You have to do a little bit less. Do what you're supposed to do, but don't take on the pressures of doing more and trying to do your teammates' jobs as well. If you do that, that's really going to lead you to more issues.
A big play that time through the air. 30 yards. So the big play has him all the way down to the 30 now for 1st and 10.
Quickly to the outside. That's caught by Lamb.
And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down about the completion. Another carry tonight for the workhorse Elliott. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line.
62 yards rushing for him now on 17 carries.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, last drive they went 3 and out.
They keep on the ground with Elliott. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
On play action, Prescott. And down he goes. Pressure gets him back at the 14. It'll go as a loss of 3 on the sack, and it brings up 3rd down.
And, of course, that's not an easy man to sack. You know how elusive he can be, trying to get outside of the pocket. That was a great play on the defensive side.
And I wonder what was going through his mind, because he didn't seem as committed to using his legs to pick up yardage. He wanted to keep that play alive, so either take off and go or throw it away. But he held on to the football and ended up getting sacked.
On 3rd down, Elliott. Able to avoid him. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Ezekiel Elliott, 14 yards.
And the Cowboys are able to cut into this lead as they score on the opening drive of the second half.
Parkey with the extra point. And this is back to an 8-point game. Now after the score, it's Parkey on to kick it away.
And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And maybe some renewed pressure on this unit following the touchdown a moment ago. It's back to a 1-score game.
And because of that pressure, because it's now a 1-score game, they know this is where you need to slow the momentum change. Because otherwise, that could overrun your team. You got to be careful right here. Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
Kamara. And he'll work this one up to about the 38. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here, because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
On 2nd down, Kamara.
And this will wind up a Saints first down as good running gets him to about the 44.
That's a nice run right there, able to get to the outside. And so many times defenses say, okay, we've got you hemmed in. But if you're running the football, at least you know where everyone is coming from. You don't have to worry about the backside at all. That allows you to run with a little bit more confidence as you traverse down the field.
14's the mark. 14's the mark.
A 10th carry for Kamara. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Now a handoff. Here's Kamara. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line. Tackled there.
65 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times.
I think we're seeing the effect that runs like that are starting to have on this game. They're a little bit slower, that front seven reacting to the football, almost like body blows in boxing, slowing them down, and they're really starting to take over in this game.
And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
Hey, when you get good yardage like that on first down, it really does a whole lot of good for your entire offense. But I love the way he's finishing those runs. At the end of things, he's making sure he gets just a little bit extra.
Here's 2nd and a yard.
14's the mark. 14's the mark. Switch gears.
Looking to throw. Kendrick. Throwing left side, it's complete. Touchdown, New Orleans. A great effort there. 31 yards. And the Saints are able to extend their lead in the final seconds of this third quarter. Lutz good on the extra point. And the lead is up to 15 now. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off.
Well, this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They did what they had to do to start this third quarter. Went down, got the touchdown to cut the lead, but the matching touchdown a moment ago, and we're right back where we started at halftime.
Yeah, you're exactly right, partner. They're a little bounce in their step after scoring that first touchdown, but the defense gave one.
On 1st and 10, Prescott. And a big loss here as he's taken down. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack.
Well, here's where having mobility sometimes can work against you as a quarterback. He thinks he can retreat and outrun the pressure. But that time, they zeroed in on him and took him down for a big loss, partner.
A really big loss. Meanwhile, Prescott's throw pulled in by Lamb.
The Cowboys on 3rd down. Lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This is 3rd and 9. Here's Prescott. And he'll just toss it away. So he throws it away, and that brings up 4th down.
We've got to give out a little applause on that play. It has to go to the defense. More good work by them. They've taken away the passing lanes all game long, and you can see the frustration that it's causing because he just about threw that one into the first row.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. Desperation time. Prescott on 4th. Looking deep for Bennett. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. The Cowboys here unable to convert on 4th down. And the Saints are going to get it back and in great shape. A give. This is Kamara. And he'll go down right on the edge of the red zone following a pickup of about 7 or 8.
Well, that's a pretty good drive starter right there, and I don't know, partner, if you're even thinking about setting down the ball right now. They may just want to run their regular offense.
In plus territory, and as an offensive coordinator, you don't want your team to go into a shell, do you?
No, you really don't, because as soon as you take your foot off the gas, it's real hard to put it back on and mash it, because once everyone's emotions come down, hard to start them up again. So I think
touchdown, Saints! A 20-yard touchdown.
And the Saints are moving closer to a date now in the NFC Championship game as they're able to extend this fourth quarter lead.
And right now, Charles, I think you'd have to say their class is starting to show through.
Yeah, they were disappointed not to get the #1 seed in the playoffs, but the reality is these guys can play anywhere. It doesn't matter for them.
And if they can indeed hold on to this lead, that's going to set up one heck of a championship game next Sunday.
Let's come back and watch it, shall we?
Something tells me you and I are going to be there. Lutz with the extra point, and the lead opens up now to 22 points. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off.
This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And not a great return here. He'll make it back only to the 10-yard line.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense.
Their hopes of advancing past this divisional round hanging by a thread, if that, as they begin here with a 1st and 10 on the wrong side of the scoreboard.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Prescott now. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. Of course, they had the option, and they choose to not take the penalty.
They like the results of the play that they just ran, and they elect to let them stand.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. After the penalty, it's Elliott.
And he'll go down after losing yardage at the 10.
He lost 2, and it brings up 4th. Here's Pat O'Donnell now as he's on to punt for Dallas. Harris now to return. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Saints will have a short field in front of them. They take over here 1st and 10.
They're coming out with a jumbo package to start the drive.
Now Kamara. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down.
Jabril Cox there on the tackle.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. They run it again with Kamara. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down.
Let's go. Hey, we got number 53.
The busy night continues for Kamara. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
Well, they certainly didn't appear to be fired up about their options throwing the football. So, to me, this seems like a case of just kind of taking their medicine there, run the ball, see if they could pick up something. Instead, they were throwing for a loss.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. And no one there to stop it. Hits at the 8, but it carries all the way into the end zone for a touchback. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense.
They knew this would be tough on the road divisional round, and that has certainly been the case with the deficit they face in this fourth quarter. Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted.
Picked up by Marshawn Lattimore. And he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line.
Well, time, certainly not on their side offensively. They had to take some chances, but that interception will further hinder their already slim chance at victory.
Yeah, and you're talking about time not on their side, but it certainly is on the defense's side, and they understood that. They knew they had to press it a little bit, and they planned accordingly, and what a benefit for them, able to pick that one off and hopefully put this game away.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Saints football as we get you reset. And the scoreboard on their side, they're just looking to melt away these final couple of minutes and put this one in the left-hand column.
Kamara gets it again on 2nd down.
And he's going to get this inside the 30.
92 yards rushing for him now in the ball game as he is trying to will his guys to the championship round next weekend.
Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. On the ground, Kamara. Down to the 25. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
We know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. On 2nd down, Williams. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up. They run it again with Williams. And he's not going to sniff the 1st down here. He stopped at the 25.
Well, that's not a run that's going to make any of the highlight tapes, but they've been moving it well all game on the ground. This is another one that keeps them moving forward.
And, well, they could just run this clock out, but here is the field goal unit on 4th down. Now whistles and a timeout called here. Not sure of the point of this, but they'll stop it with 4 seconds to go in the game. Here comes the Saints punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And looking at it from the perspective of the losing side here in this divisional round, it all ends so abruptly, doesn't it? A few hours ago, you got all this hope and anticipation of maybe a deep run, and now you're out of it.
Well, let's applaud the team that won, and rightly so. They're moving on. They still have a chance to get to the big game. But let's not bury the team that lost. I think I do a lousy job of illuminating what a great year they had. Let's face it, when it's all said and done, they were one of 8 teams left with a chance to get to and win the Super Bowl. That's a pretty darn good season.